Hey Chisa, so nice to see you on the Genius page. Super engaging. I can feel your beautiful energy through the camera. So lovely to meet you. Hi, I'm Jess. I guess you could call me a skin and gut survivor. And this topic that you brought up of basically being able to communicate your needs, being more assertive, and just standing up for what you want and standing up for yourself in so many ways. Like, my goodness. Thank you for bringing this up because it's something that I personally, and I know so many other people are going to relate to, and something that I've been actually working through a lot lately. So I thought I'd share with you an example of how I've been more assertive and been able to navigate my relationships and have positive outcomes from that. For me, what I've noticed is the benefits of being more assertive, being able to communicate your needs to someone is not only great for you, but it is great for them because it shifts you in a positive way towards them, for one, but it also gives them permission to do the same. Like, everyone is scared to communicate their needs. Everyone struggles with that to a degree because if you are a caring person, you do worry about how that other person's going to respond, but ultimately, and feel, but ultimately, by communicating your needs and standing in your power and saying, I am worthy, essentially, is what you're saying, you also give them permission to say the same about themselves. I am worthy. I need to communicate what's important to me in order for us to have a mutual understanding of each other and work with each other and grow with each other. It's so powerful. This topic is so powerful. So I'm going to give you a very simple example of how I've navigated this recently. A girlfriend of mine who I am very close with, love her to pieces, but I haven't seen her for a very long time. And we've tried to make all these meetings with each other. And each step of the way, she's cancelled on me, or has been unavailable. And I started to feel like, well, maybe this relationship isn't what I think it is. So I back off a little bit. And then she starts to make this effort. Ultimately, what came of that was her reaching out to me and saying, Jess, I have to cancel again. After acknowledging by herself that this wasn't exactly a functional dynamic. And she apologized and told me why, and that she was, valued me. And I just said, put yourself first. You're communicating your needs to me right now, and you're being really real with me, and I respect that, and I love that. Put me on the back burner if you need to put yourself first, but also show me you love me. So we set up another time, and she's all enthusiastic, super excited to see me. I'm excited to see her. Then 2 days before, she messages me again, and you guessed it, she double booked. She's cancelling. I was not happy. I felt like I was her second choice, her last choice. I was not a priority, and that she doesn't love me enough, basically, to make sure that she can commit to me right now. She's not respecting me, essentially. And I felt that in my body. I didn't necessarily articulate it all at the time, but there was this resentment and this upset. And I was like, no, this is not okay. No, I do not want to reschedule. In that, I took a deep breath and I thought, what do I want the outcome to be from this? Ideally, I want her to be a friend who can respect me, show me that she cares about me, by being reliable. So that's the ideal. If she can't do that, we're not going to be friends, because I've got to honor me as well and honor what she's capable of. I can't control her. So how am I going to do this? I send her a message, and it's so important to come from a place of love, which means trying to see it from the other person's perspective despite your emotions. So first up, I told her how I felt. Without blame, I told her how I felt. Like I just told you. I feel like a second choice. I also then followed that up with the empathy of coming from her perspective. I know that that is not your intention, and that is like, I love you, and that is why I'm telling you this. So coming from that place of love. And then I told her what I needed from her in order for this relationship to work. I said, maybe you should come back to me when you're ready. When you've sorted yourself out and you want to see me enough not to cancel on me, and commit to a time, basically. And she responded with that. And let's just note that you cannot control someone else's response. You've got to be open to them having a negative response, and sometimes it takes a little bit more. It depends on the level of the situation. This is quite a soft level. But her response back to me was, obviously, I'm so sorry that I've made you feel that way. I want to have a conversation about it. I'm not ready. Which is her communicating to me her needs. So there's mutual respect here. She knows what's been asked of her and what is required of her. She's saying, I can't give that right now, but I also want to clear the air. So we're good. So I guess from that one example and many other examples that I've had lately, is it is so important to feel your feelings, communicate your feelings from not a place of blame, just of what is. This is how I feel. This is how I feel when this happens. And getting clear of what you want to happen with that person. Those are your boundaries. That's what you need from them. And also coming from a place of just love, empathy, understanding, trying to see it from their perspective, because at the end of the day, if you want to have a relationship with them, you should probably, believe that they're coming from a good place in their interactions with you. So I guess that's where I'm at, and I'm curious to know what you think of that. Yeah, and anyone else who has been dealing with something that's confrontational, because I've got many other examples, but this one's a really simple, kind of not super emotive one. And again, thank you, Chisa, for bringing up the topic.